Hey guys and dolls, one and all, it's your pal Peaches reporting in with some Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2 gameplay. You caught me here playing some Turf Takeover, which is my favorite mode in PvZ 2. And also, I kind of just wanted to share this match because I think I literally have a streak of like 30, 40, 50 kills in this match. This game's so good. Guys, it's so good. Okay, so a little background with me personally and my multiplayer shooters. I don't really like them that much. I'm not that much of a sociable gamer. Like, I have friends that I play with, of course, the Self-Esteem team and some of the folks in the Cast Clan, but I'm not one to go out of my way and play with random people. But Plants vs. Zombies is that special game where I play online all the time. With random people, doesn't matter if, oh, crap. I'm telling you, these toxic pea shooters are freaking. Anyway, so I have a select people that I play with, and like I have a couple members of the Self-Esteem team that bought PvZ 2 as well. But the first PvZ I got for free in the PlayStation PSX, the very first PSX. Peter Moore, who was the CEO of EA, was like, "Hello, would you like to have some free games this weekend to download?" And one of them was PvZ Garden Warfare. It was a game that I was always curious about because I remember Chain Gear showed me the original Plants vs. Zombies, the tower defense game. Oh man, chompers, man. Lethal. Anyway, he showed me the original tower defense game, and I absolutely loved it. I love the zaniness, I love the art style, oh, the strategy. So when the shooter was announced, we all thought it was this sort of big joke. Like, how could you take Plants vs. Zombies, like something basically infallible in terms of tower defense, and make it like a shooter? This literally sounds like an April Fool's joke. But I downloaded it, I played it, I platinumed the first Plants vs. Zombies Modern Warfare, and that should not more Modern Warfare, Jesus Christ, Garden Warfare, and that should be a testament to how much I love the original game. It's an incredibly accessible and hilarious and fun shooter. I love the art style, and like, if there's anything that you should know about me as a gamer, I love eccentricity in my and diversity in my art styles. There's only so much that I can take when playing like nitty and gritty military shooters and that sort of thing. And I guess that's why Blacklight didn't exactly resonate with me that well, because it's just every other like pseudo sci-fi like shooter. Like, I've seen it all. Granted, there are some things in Blacklight that I like in terms of its design, its artistic direction, but this is more my style. Cartoons, really funny characters, a lot of customizability, which I think, like, in a week or two, they're opening up this like PvZ to be like a demo. So if you guys, I'm not sure when like Chinger's gonna upload this, but around that time, you guys will be able to play the download this game and play for yourself. Super exciting stuff. Because I highly encourage you should at least try this out. Rent it out from GameStop. Rent it out. Listen to me. Get it used at GameStop and use that week return thing to see if you really dig it. Because like, I can't express how much fun this is. So there are different classes and stuff. The guy that I'm using right now is the Ice Soldier. So not only do you have different sorts of classes for each side, whether you're a plant or a zombie, but you have different sorts of elemental variants, which give you access to like dozens of different characters. And on top of that, you have thousands of customizable aesthetic pieces. So as you can see, I had this really fun blue alien on me that I actually got through a side quest in the open world hub, which I think I'm going to do another video on because I recorded a crap ton of footage for you guys. That's me giggling with Mira Miha, who the. I just prestige my. Oh, okay. So I just heard myself like mentioning prestige. Just like any other like online multiplayer shooter, you can prestige your characters. So what that means is that you get experience based on in-game actions. Kills, revives, healing, saves, capturing objectives, that sort of thing. And when you prestige your character, you're able to have like a nice cool new badge. When you kill people, they'll see your username and like it'll be encrusted in diamonds or rainbow sparkles. It's more of a brag thing than anything, but it also gives you access to additional tiers of upgrades that you can have for your characters, be it reload speed, health regen, that sort of thing. The soldier that I'm playing right now is basically your default assault class for zombies. But the ice variant, the reason why it's my favorite, ice variants in general are my favorite thing ever, is because if you shoot a player long enough, they'll freeze in place, leaving them incredibly vulnerable to other players. Not only that, but I have this skill where I can shoot multiple RPGs out of my back. So imagine me freezing a player in place and shooting a bunch of rockets at their face for an instant kill. That's probably why, if you look at when I bring up the scoreboard intermittently during this match, you can see that I have like 30, 40 kills. It's a riot. It's so good. Also, if you notice on the bottom left above my health, you see there's an XP multiplier. So depending on missions that you can take, like I don't know, you guys probably play Destiny, so kind of how you guys can accept bounties and that sort of thing to turn in for experience points. Plants vs. Zombies does that too, and in exchange for different sorts of missions that you undertake from the board, holy crap, 45 kills. Anyway, PvZ does the same thing, except for in exchange for different sort of missions that you can undertake from that board, you get XP buffs on top of additional currencies that give you access to loot chests around the open world and in some secret areas on different sorts of maps. So if you play enough and you play enough missions day to day, you can have like a permanent double XP multiplier for the majority of your playthroughs. And that's awesome if you want to get down to the nitty gritty and then prestige a bunch of characters, upgrade a bunch of characters, and up like your rank a little bit. Character prestiges are at level 10, whereas actual prestiging your overall title is on increments of 100. I've seen some crazy kids that have max prestige their overall name like 14 times. That's 100. That's 1,400 levels. That's freaking nuts. Ooh, we should talk about this. Okay, so my objective here right now is that I need to take this battering ram up to the gate so that we can break it down and we can capture this castle. This is an ever-expanding map. This is kind of like Conquest and Battlefield. That's another thing I love about PvZ Garden Warfare 2. It's like different modes. You have a crap ton of different modes, and I love hopping into playlists that switches from different modes to different modes. Because I never like playing too much of the same thing. I'm not a big fan of someone that just sits in like team deathmatch playlists all day. Oh, another thing about the soldier is that you can use your jetpack to jump up on high vantage points and shoot from above. It's just so good. I love like jumping onto like rooftops and stuff like that, freeze enemies and shoot rockets from above. Some nasty AoE stuff too. It's just so good. So typically in these big turf takeover maps, you have to capture a certain number of points, whether you're the plants or the zombies. After a certain number of things to capture, you have this sort of wacky objective to close off the remainder of the match. In this case, we're going through like this whole theme park, sort of amusement park themes up to this final castle where we have to break down the door and kill everyone inside. There's another one. I'm not sure if I have footage of this one, but the idea is that you're in this gigantic college campus. You're the plants invading a zombie university, and you have to, after capturing a bunch of points, you have to completely wreck the campus. Like you're TPing statues, you're throwing books around, and you're ruining party floats and crashing parties. It's just so good. It takes your traditional multiplayer modes and like spins it on its head in such wacky fun. It's just, that's what it is, fun. This is a fun casual shooter. So what's funny is that even though our pal Quincy, our pal Fat Kid Babyseat, he got me Black Ops 3 for Christmas, I've been playing a lot more of this than I have been Black Ops. It's just more fun to me. Like, I'm not one to obsess over Twitch gameplay and statistics and weapon modifications and emblems and that sort of thing, you know? So, having something like this that I can just sit back and have something so easy to grip onto and play with friends, it just feels good. This is a stress-free shooter, is the best way that I can describe it. So right there, the guy that I'm shooting right there, that's a sunflower. That's pretty much the main healer of the plant side. They have a couple of new additional classes from, in addition to like the first game. which I should mention, if you own the first game, you get all the characters that you unlocked in the first game carry over into the second game. I know that feature expires eventually, but the fact that they have that at all is pretty freaking cool. What you just saw there was me completely wrecking that toxic Pea Shooter. So you heard me mention different sorts of variants before. So the toxic Pea Shooter is just what you think it is. It has an AoE sort of splash damage attack of poison. So yeah, I know how you have like poison damage and like blackout retribution. It's essentially the same thing here, except it's a splash. And if it clings onto you too much, you'll be able to be poisoned and you lose like a crap ton of health. So there are a lot of people. Holy crap! Did you see that rocket? Feel free to pause and go back 10 seconds to watch that awesome rocket display again. Anyway, a lot of people like to use Toxic and Ice. Like, Toxic and Ice are the most useful builds. Some people also like to use Fire, so if you get hit enough with fire damage, you're going to be on fire, lose health incrementally there as well. As you can see, like, players set up their own sorts of vantage points the more people press on and as the map changes, which I really like. It's this organic lines that players set up together and, like, lines of defense. I guess that's also, they also do that in Battlefield, but it's just funny seeing, like, a bunch of cactuses and, like, sunflowers, like, set up a line and, like, shoot from, like, a nearby terrace. Like, that's just comedic to me. So good. So good. So, all those pluses and stuff, you can revive your teammates. And in some modes, if you to revive your teammate, it takes a point away from the other team. I absolutely detest that Call of Duty you can't revive your friends, which I guess makes sense because, you know, it's Twitch gameplay. People want to get back in the action super quick. They don't want to wait for someone to revive them. But I appreciate something that, like Battlefield, where I can, you know, heal and res my friends. I'm more of a supportive type of gamer. I like to play healer and supportive classes.
I would like some Charlies.
Oh, Seb, I think I'm accepting an offer for Andrew to get some lunch here. But I'm more of a supportive gamer. I play more support classes. I just like helping people out. And in this game, you can definitely do that. Like my friend Ange, who's the vice president of my club, she loves to play as the Sunflower. And the Sunflower, while it's kind of like an assault healer kind of thing, but it doesn't have a lot of health, so you want to stay in the back. She places in the top 5 she ranks in like the top players for heals and revives, and sometimes she'll kill like only like 2 people, or she won't be able to kill people at all. Like, she just likes being supportive, and she likes how she can level up and progress and get new things for her characters just by being supportive. So it's really a celebration of diversity of playstyles in this game, which I really appreciate, because otherwise some shooters claim to have like different classes, but they all kind of feel and play the same, you know what I mean? And you can change like different sorts of abilities amongst them, but there's no real actual diversity in play. Whereas each character in this game feels genuinely different. Like, some will have fire rates will be different. Some will be like AoE splash damage, while some will be like snipers or like shooting like giant balls of lightning or eating people. Like, it's just so good. So good. That what you saw right there was me failing at a flank. We'll revive this guy here. Oh crap. Oh, so good. Sorry, I'm having a really great time like looking at everything there. Additional classes are you have the Imp, which on the zombie side, which can summon giant mechs. They're a little freaking overpowered because they have these anti-grav grenades that if you throw, it puts players in stasis, so they're levitating in the air and you can just take pop shots at them. And they do incredible amounts of damage. They're tiny, so their hitbox is super small. Oh man, they're just a pain in the ass to deal with. But look, we won! We took all the objectives. We finally cleared out the castle. So now the zombies are going to be taking over this themed map, which I like. It's nice to see like a little animation, like the fruits of your labor kind of play out like this. As you can see here, out of all the areas that we could have taken, we've taken all of them, which of course gives us a coin buff. Coins you use as in-game currency to buy sticker packs for cosmetics, different sorts of character upgrades. It's just so good. Well, that's me. If you like this video, like it. If you dislike it, dislike it. I'll be providing more PvZ gameplay in the future, probably in